And away we go. It's pre-Friday, Thursday the 13th. So close. 208-535-1015 is the number to reach me. I am Peaches. Good afternoon. I'll be turning 30 in like 15 days. Or 16 days. 16 days. Look at me getting so old I forgot the date of my own birthday. But I did find this funny question here. What's a stereotypical guy approaching 30 years old hobby? All right. Let's see the answers here. Smoking meat. I don't do that. Running. I've been trying to get back into doing that. Cycling. Heck no. Nobody wants to see me in that stupid spandex outfit. Espresso coffee machines. There was a short while where I did drink coffee in the morning, and then my heart went into AFib for the first time in a long time, so I stopped drinking coffee after that. That was like 2023. Yeah, it was right after I had like 3 days of no sleep. That was a wild time. That was almost 3 years ago to the day. I, for some reason, couldn't sleep like Sunday night into Monday. Monday was when Lou Brutus was coming to town, and we stayed up late with him. We drove all the way out to Craters of the Moon, went to Pickle's place with him and all of that. Stayed out till like 2 in the morning. Got no sleep, of course, then. Came into work the next day. Then we had the Ice Nine Kills In This Moment Avatar show that night. And then after that, the day after that, that's when my heart went into AFib. And that was the day before my 27th birthday. I thought I was about to be a part of the 27 Club. I was like screaming, please, no. No. What's a stereotypical guy approaching 30 years old hobby? Golf, disc golf, learning to play guitar, auto repair, World War II history. Disc golf sounds the most appealing out of all of those. Drinking alone, I mean, I'll have my Alive mushroom elixir. I'm used to doing things alone, so yeah, who cares? Anyway, it's Peach's Pit Party. That's enough of that. Right here on K-Bear 101. Pittsburgh from the Amity Affliction right here on K-Bear 101. Speaking of places that get snow, here's one from Reddit's Unpopular Opinion. I love that subreddit. It's one of my favorites. The poster believes living in a cold weather area is vastly superior to living somewhere hot. Take that, Phoenix, Death Valley, bunch of chumps, take the L. They write, I live in Michigan today. It was around 87 degrees outside, and it genuinely affected my mood. I felt sweaty, irritable all day. Many of the older buildings here don't have AC due to the fact that we only have to deal with these temps for a month or two a year. I have zero comprehension as to why people seek out warmer weather year-round. It's a miserable existence. At least when it's cold out, there's always an avenue to get warm. With the heat, you just have to live with it, hate going outside, pray that it cools down soon. I think there was a time where I was wanting to play basketball a few Saturdays ago at the gym we go to here. And one of the guys skipped basketball so he could get yard work done before it got hot. I was like, can you imagine? Like, you don't have to do that with the cold weather. You can just go out whenever you want, bundle up, you know. Those people have been quiet. The ones that say, like, oh, I'd much rather have 100 degrees than 32. They haven't said much of anything. The 100 degrees days, for the most part, have come and gone. I mean, we're in mid-August now. I'm hoping that September's nice and cool, October's nice and cool. In all honesty, this is my unpopular opinion. I know the snow freaks are going to hate me for this. I loved this past winter. Loved it. I thought it was just right. I don't care about we need the snow, people, you know. We can get the rain, get the water from that. The snow can die. The snow can go. Maybe I should post that, an unpopular opinion, see what the feedback is on that. Anyway, here's I don't know how you say this band's name. Is it Sloth Rust or Slow Thrust? Ring the bell on Peach's Pit Party. You know, rock radio definitely disappoints me. Disappoints me and Victor, of course. Everybody in the nation absolutely thinks rock radio, for the most part, is a joke. There are a few stations out there that are tolerable, like Kilo. I believe they're in Denver. Shout out to them. I see them posting all the Crank It or Yank It songs they play, and they go nice and heavy sometimes, which is cool to see, right? Because, like, our playlist is so off the rails, and it's so diverse, and it's so unpredictable. Like, you never know what's going to come next. And what disappoints me about rock radio is that I'll get excited that a band puts out a new song. It's nice and heavy, all of that. And then I get sent a clean copy for radio. But then I have to see those words radio edit next to the title, and I get a little worried. And then I look at the length of the song and I go, that's a whole lot shorter than the actual length of the song I'm seeing here on Spotify. Sure enough, they cut out the heavy part of this one particular song that I wanted to play for Peach's Pick of the Day earlier on at the top of the 2 p.m. hour. The band Of Virtue released a song called The End. It's fun. It'll get stuck in your head. Tyler does this heavy part, and they completely cut that out. The rest of it's kind of just clean and funky and fun, and I don't know why rock radio programmers feel the need to be like, oh, screaming scares the listeners. And it's not even like crazy screaming. It's not like we're playing Suffocation with that whatever. Yeah, it's not like we do play Suffocation from time to time. And then we do have those spoiled listeners that go like, why don't you guys play insert random black metal band here? There's like one guy that keeps commenting on Victor's stuff that it has nothing to do with the posts he's making. And the guy will comment things like, why don't you guys play some more Amon Amarth and Exhumed and all these bands? I'm like, we do. Do you even bother to listen? Most people who complain don't listen. And I will gladly do any song requests at 208-535-1015. And I will easily throw on some Amon Amarth, Exhumed also maybe, if we have any in the system. I'm sure we do. I'm sure I've played Exhumed in the past. Let me see here. I have the song library already opened. If we don't, I can always get a copy of one of their tracks. Again, if you ever have a song request, feel free to hit me up, 208-535-1015. Man, these kids, they got it easy. The University of Michigan just announced that starting next year, first semester freshmen won't get the traditional letter grades. They can't get an A, B, C, D, F. Instead, their first semester will be pass or no credit. You think if they didn't pass, they would put that clip there? You shall not pass, you know. The university says it's supposed to reduce academic pressure, help freshmen adjust to college, encourage them to actually learn instead of obsessing over their GPA. Well, don't you learn more if you're wanting better grades and you study the material? It's kind of like, teaching that kid how to swim. You just chuck them right in the pool, say tread water, and they quickly learn how. College is definitely a huge adjustment if you're not a man. No, I'm kidding. I just don't understand why they can't just get the letter grades. I took a video games class, my senior year of college. I thought it was going to be a fun time. We were going to learn the history of video games. We learned some of that, but the main focus was on the different types of video games and Uncanny Valley and all of this stuff. And at the very end of the semester, there was no final test. It was just a group project where you had to team up with random classmates. You either had to make a machinima or a PowerPoint presentation of a video game that you came up with, and you had to come up with all the details of it. You really had to go dive deep into it. And, of course, I get paired with the unfunniest dude I have ever met. And I'm still mad at him to this day because he decided to take the project completely on his own, and he made the unfunniest machinima video ever. The class did not find it funny. The class were the people, the whole class, they were grading us. That's how it worked. The whole class would grade you. The class gave us a C on that project. The teacher graded us better than the students. I was so mad. I was mumbling to myself, cussing out all the other students. Wait till we're out of here. I'm going to kick your butts, that kind of thing. I was so worried I was going to get such a low grade in that class. I was so afraid I was going to get no credit and I would not be able to graduate. Could you imagine not graduating from college because you didn't pass a video games class? Here's Avatar Crying Fire on K-Bear 101. I have not seen this movie, which I feel is disappointing considering I am the sports guy of the station. Field of Dreams. If you build it, Ray, they will come. The Field of Dreams game in Dyersville, Iowa, between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Minnesota Twins is scheduled for tonight. After playing Major League Baseball games there in 2021 and 2022, things were put on hold during construction of the new 8,000-seat stadium. Tonight's game, as long as it doesn't get rained out, will be broadcast on Netflix. One of the most unique NBA talents in history, Russell Westbrook, announced his retirement from the NBA yesterday, originally drafted by the Seattle Supersonics back in 2008 before their move to Oklahoma City. Westbrook went on to play for seven different franchises, including the Thunder, Rockets, Wizards, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, and Kings. He was the league MVP in 2017, a 9-time All-Star, and a 2-time scoring champion. Westbrook is probably most famous for being the NBA's all-time king of triple-doubles with 209, which is remarkable because it involves rebounding, and he's only 6'3". Imagine being short at 6'3". An emergency room doctor in Ohio just set a new world record for the fastest mile while pushing a baby stroller. Dr. Steven Biebelhausen clocked a mind-boggling time of 4 minutes, 17 seconds. With his 1-year-old daughter, Blake, riding in a hand-me-down stroller, the effort beat the previous Guinness World Record of 4.26 set back in 2025 by nearly 10 full seconds. 4 minutes, 26 seconds, 4 minutes, 17 seconds. Biebelhausen, who was a track star in college, said he only did one practice speed run prior to race day to make sure his daughter enjoyed it. Look at that. That's your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. You know about being burned out at work, but apparently there's another problem now. Rusting out. CBS News says rusting out is when you're not necessarily miserable or overwhelmed at your job. You're just not being challenged. You're showing up, doing the work, collecting the paycheck, but you're not really learning anything or using what you're capable of. Do better job. Raise your difficulty. Starts talking about surveys here. About 15% of workers said they feel just okay about their jobs. Basically, you're not exhausted from doing too much. You're bored because you're doing too little. If that sounds familiar, well, maybe it's time to look for something that actually challenges you. Check out the newly redesigned HireEastIdaho.com. This week's Hire East Idaho job of the week is a construction operations manager position. With Castle Rock Homes, you'll own the company's books, the flow of materials to its job sites, handling QuickBooks, purchase orders, accounts payable, job costing, working directly with ownership and management. You can apply today at HireEastIdaho.com, where you'll find hundreds of other opportunities across East Idaho. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. All right, this app is so stupid, it just makes me laugh. There's now a messenger app that sends texts by virtual pigeon, and sometimes the bird, well, it just dies. There's also the messages can take days just to send one, too, by the way. There's that going on for it. I'm looking at a map here of an example of a message. How far away were they sending this message? Where exactly is this in the world? Over 3,000 miles away, so the message is going to take 1 day and 2 hours to send. Wouldn't that be annoying? Someone did suggest once the message shows up, you should be able to keep the pigeon as a little friend. Imagine sending a breakup text, though, and the pigeon just dies. I mean, first of all, if you're sending a breakup text, like, that's a loser move if I've ever seen one. But just imagine if you actually were one of those losers to send one of those, the pigeon dies. But why would you send it via virtual pigeon anyway? Just send a regular text. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. I think I saw something about this online. I didn't click on it, or I saw one of the videos pop up on my feed. I just didn't click on it. We have reached the point where I have to worry about a potato radicalizing kids, you know? Researchers are warning about a new kind of AI-generated brain rot that's showing up online. We're not talking about some guy making a fake political video. We're talking about fruits and vegetables. People are making AI videos of carrots, potatoes, other food, getting into these ridiculous little storylines. Some of them have gotten seriously violent. Researchers finding videos involving graphic violence, even references to extremist groups. The concern is that because it looks like stupid, harmless cartoon content, kids might watch it without realizing they're being exposed to a whole bunch of stuff, you know? Carrot Khalifa? Is that a real thing? Just stick to VeggieTales, why don't you, huh? You know, get your kids off the internet. Put them on... have them sit down, watch VeggieTales, watch some wholesome content. Do not watch Happy Tree Friends, all right? Here's Cage the Elephant, Beaches in Tennessee on K-Bear 101. Idaho's only rock station, K-Bear 101. I like this person's post in the Ranting Zone subreddit. Title says, why am I not allowed to like things anymore? Not everything has to be political. I hate politics with a burning passion. Burning passion. This person by the name of Zealous Ideal Fox says, I just want to eat my Tim's donut in peace. Burn me at the stake for not caring about who they're collaborating with. I listen to Taylor Swift occasionally, but no, I'm not allowed to like her, or I'm not allowed to listen to her because she invited someone to her wedding who knows a guy that knows a political guy. This person also says, I like to eat meat because it tastes good, but what about the climate and the poor animals? OMG, I don't care. The world would go to crap anyways, but let me eat my gosh darn food and listen to the people on the radio. Hey! I'm the person on the radio. Also, God forbid anything have any color associated with anything ever. I want a bright pink bag. No, it's not a commentary on anything. You're allowed to like things, all right? You're allowed to like certain things. At this point, I've just stopped caring about people's music opinions. I really just don't care, you know? Someone was trying to tell me yesterday about how much they hate Sleep Token. I'm like, good for you, buddy. You want a cookie? Like, who cares, you know? People can like, dislike, whatever. Not everything has to be political. My friend Zach, years ago, I remember I said I liked this Bon Jovi track, We Weren't Born to Follow or something like that. And Zach went on this wild political tirade about how there was this vote for Obama sticker on Bon Jovi's website, and that's why he couldn't listen to them. Quit making everything to political. Zero to political, as we like to say around here. Honestly, Victor has a point. What is it with all these posts as of late about people just smelling bad? This was posted in What Do I Do? My boyfriend stinks is what Fireflies467 writes. Literally, he stinks, and I don't know what to do. We've been together for 3 years, and I've constantly told him that he smells, yet he does nothing to change it. His feet smells, his clothes smell, even the downstairs area. I'm so thrown on what to do at this point. He's had the same pair of socks, underwear, and clothes since middle school. We're in our early 20s and refuses to change them out because he's cheap. I bought him new underwear and socks, but he leaves it in the car unused. His car unused for no reason other than he forgot to take it out of the car. He showers barely for 2 minutes. He claims he doesn't smell. And will just put on this stupid Strawn Dior Savage cologne on to mask any of his musk. This dude's trapped in middle school, man. I've talked about that before. You had to go to PE class, and you didn't have time to shower after PE class. And if you had like first or second or even third period PE, it would absolutely suck. It was the best to have sixth period PE so you could just end the day and get in your parents' car, the bus, and the school bus all sweaty. you would just like put a whole bunch of Axe body spray all over you. This guy just doesn't care. That's overall it. Doesn't care whatsoever. Oh, this person edited the post saying, I feel like I need more context. He wasn't always like this. He used to have normal hygiene habits, but I think he's gotten too comfortable around me. Yeah, no kidding. Dump him. As Victor would say. Sleep Theory on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I already hate texting like way more than most people do. Like, just give me a call, and if I don't answer, try calling again in a little while. That's about it. Don't like try calling me on my phone and then try calling me via Facebook Messenger. There's been listeners that have done that in the past where they try calling me in studio, they repeatedly call, and then they message me on Facebook going, pick up the phone, LOL. Like it's supposed to be funny. LOL. I could not imagine what I would do if somebody did this to me. This girl posted in the Am I Overreacting subreddit She says, guy I'm talking to uses ChatGPT to send morning inspirational messages to me. And she has a screenshot of the message itself, and it's diabolical how long this message is. And it's so AI generated. There's M dashes. It's just dumb. She writes back, I'm be honest, I don't like the ChatGPT messages. I want you to text me as you and what you would actually say. I don't need a big long paragraph, just be genuine and you. There's nothing worse also than people like repeat text you. They invite you somewhere and then you say, okay, cool, I'll be there. And then they text you, how far out are you? Where are you? Are you almost here? And then they try calling you too. It's like, I'll be there soon. Jeez. Do you have that one friend that just shows up late everywhere and they pretend it's a big part of their personality? You know? Oh, I'm such a Pisces. I showed up 45 minutes late. You know? This person posted saying, I have a friend who is chronically late. I'm not talking about 5 or 10 minutes either. If we agree to meet at 6, she'll usually show up around 6:45 or 7. We've talked about it so many times, and every time she apologizes and says she'll do better. Well, she's not. I'll try to do better. No, you will do better. Otherwise, you're gone. You're done for. It's caused problems before. She was almost an hour late to another friend's birthday dinner, and we lost our reservation. Just show up without her. That's my solution. Just continue along with the plans without her. If she starts texting you, be like, you're late. Next time, show up on time. Middle finger emoji. She was also late to a friend's going away party. Missed most of it because everyone had already started saying their goodbyes. Again, her fault. Once she was supposed to pick me up from a doctor's appointment or for a doctor's appointment, showed up 50 minutes late. This is just irritating. What are all the people in the comments saying? I had a friend like this and we all try to be accommodating. Then we all just started without them. Late for dinner. Well, tough luck. We've already eaten and are moving on. Yeah, exactly that. This person posted this in the Am I the Jerk subreddit asking, am I wrong for giving my friend the wrong time so they show up on time? Who just casually shows up 45 minutes to an hour late on purpose? Because at that point, you really are doing it on purpose. It's like getting all Fs in high school. You have to try to really fail that badly. Anyway, enough of this because this is just irritating me. Kim Dracula now, molecular conversion on K-Bear 101. Fly leaf on Peach's pit party. It's K-Bear 101. You ever have that one friend that's just too good for, I don't know what to call them, normal places? They're just too good for some places. Let's just call it that. They're too good to be at these certain types of places. Like, I'm not going to name names, but their name rhymes with Tosh Giler. This guy, he's too good to shop at Winco. But he'll shop at Fred Meyer because it's just that much better. It's obviously way more expensive. He wouldn't go to trivia with us last night because he goes to a different bar, an uppity bar, to play trivia over there. Ooh. It's the same dude that celebrated 500 episodes of his podcast, and he bought himself $8 worth of balloons and put them all over the studio. And then got these tiny, minuscule cupcakes to share with the office. These tiny, minuscule cupcakes to celebrate 500 episodes of the podcast. I just passed 400 not that long ago. Should I jump up and down? Maybe not. Here's Sleep Token, Emergence on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station, I swear. Anytime you try going someplace with Victor and Becca, it's bound to be like a soap opera. I have to, babysit the two. The Papa Roach concert was funny. They had some drama there. Then last night at trivia, I think, not to insult Becca, but I think she has a shorter attention span. She was about 2 games in and then started messing with Victor. She started recording herself. She started recording herself and said, hey, watch this, and then shoved her shoe into Victor's face, and then she spilled the White Claw drink, or Victor spilled the White Claw drink on the counter. So then it had to be cleaned up with the rag. Victor cleaned it up with the rag. And so I think right after that, Becca grabbed the White Claw and poured it on Victor's head. So already a shoe to the face, and then White Claw over the top. And so then Victor grabs the rag and smears it on Becca's face. And, of course, she gets all upset, yells at him, "That's not funny. That's not fun." Runs out the bar, starts walking away, starts walking like 3 blocks back to the house because I drove them there. She starts walking back to Victor's place. So he's chasing after her. They have to have like a teenage a conversation. "I'm sorry for what I did. No, I'm sorry for what I did." Then they come back, and I was trying our best to carry our team. There was this whole competition amongst the bars here in the area on who's trying to get to number 1, and I was trying my absolute hardest to get the most points. But without those two being a part of the team, couldn't really go that far. There's only I could only do so much. And I'm like, what are they doing? what on earth? Like, act like an adult. Stop pouring drinks on each other. Stop shoving shoes in faces. Play the game. I don't think there's a worse feeling than getting a security camera notification while you're on vacation and realizing there's a stranger just hanging out in your apartment. A couple in Queens, they got an alert from their security camera while they were away, and when they checked it, there was a woman casually walking around their place. She grabbed herself a drink, sat down on their couch, apparently made herself pretty comfortable. The couple says their building's doorman accidentally gave the woman their apartment keys after she allegedly posed as a dog walker. She wasn't there for 5 minutes either. She was just hanging out. You just go on vacation, check your security camera, thinking, why is there somebody sitting on my couch? The woman left before police arrived, hasn't been identified. The building fired the employee involved and says staff has been retrained. I mean, I feel bad for the poor door guy. He was just trying to, do his job. She posed as a dog walker. I was just watching this whole interview with this guy by the name of Flash something. He's the host of the show Squatters, where he specifically does everything he can within the law to get rid of a squatter in your place. And New York apparently has the worst laws when it comes to squatters. Like, a person can be in your place for 30 days and just all of a sudden after the 30 days is up, boom, they're a part of the lease or whatever. Something along the lines of that. It's utterly ridiculous. They have to make these new laws to really get rid of it. These squatters will do anything they can to theoretically take over your place, and it's so weird how squatters have rights. You can't just toss them out of the house. You can't just literally throw them out the window, because then you would be arrested. It's so weird, right? That's today's What the Headline right here on K-Barrel 101. So we have a Riverbend Media Group Facebook page, and I participated in this game show that we had here in the podcast room here in the building. I didn't realize how small those chairs are until I saw myself in that video. It's me against Kennedy, our front desk receptionist. Jeff and Melissa, who are the hosts of the Riverbend Awareness Project, are also the hosts of the game show. And, well, I absolutely destroyed, because I've paid attention to traffic school powered by the Advocates. And August, besides it being National Peach Month, the best month of them all, it's also Traffic Safety Awareness Month. And so the Riverbend Awareness Project, the August episode, is talking all about that stuff with Lieutenant Crane. Speeding and distractions are two of the biggest problems on the road. There was that story from yesterday or the day before where that one girl went 90 miles per hour down First Street in Idaho Falls. She's facing 15 years in prison because not only that, but she also tried to bribe the officer with $100. You got to put the phone down, stop speeding, pay attention to what's happening around you, and don't just watch the car directly in front of you. Look ahead and give yourself time to react when something unexpected happens. Listen to the latest episode of the Riverbend Awareness Project wherever you get your podcasts, or at riverbendmediagroup.com/podcasts. We love a good list, especially when it's done by a website that's known to put out crappy lists. I mean, this is not Rolling Stone putting out this one, thankfully. Otherwise, it would be like Aretha Franklin at number 1, because they always seem to put Aretha Franklin in the top 5. They must be obsessed with her. I don't know what their deal is, but For some artists, their debut album is a smash hit. They're also now faced with having to follow it up with something equally as good, if not better, but many fall short, hence what's become known as the sophomore jinx. Well, the writers at consequence.net have compiled a list of what they feel are the 100 best sophomore albums of all time. Should we go to the top 5? They had Carole King at number 4. See, this is what I mean here. Black Sabbath, Paranoid at number 2. Fantastic album. Nirvana, Nevermind at number 1. That's a great album too. Classic. It's monumental, right? Metallica's Ride the Lightning made number 24 on the list. Again, if you wanted to see the full thing, just simply go to consequence.net. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.